Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live. We are live. It is all Wednesday night, so everyone out there should know what that means. That means we got AEW. That means we got Dynamite. That means the Wrasslin for Life Network is back and at it again on another live stream, ready to go. I hope everyone out there is having a happy and healthy, safe week, and you are ready for some more wrestling. We got 2+ hours of AEW tonight. We're going to get into all the stuff, all the fun, all the ongoings, all the rumors, all the news. We got lots coming your way, folks. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and we're going to hit some dynamite right now. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live, folks. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are the channel for fans by fans, the channel that just covers more live wrestling than anybody else out there. AEW is already kicking off, and I believe we're going to start the show with Mr. Jericho. So, Jericho coming out. We thought he might be the main event. Instead, we're going to open the show. Jericho Commander. Remember, if you're just tuning in to start tonight, we take a prediction on all the matches. We will take a rating out of 10. But get in that chat, say hello, be a friend, tell a friend. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, check out all our links below, including our swag shop. Go check that out, folks. But we got action, and I saw one comment already, which I will talk about. But, folks, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, the man that just takes a beating and keeps on ticking. We are going to get into, sorry, I thought we got a lights out on Dynamite. We did not. It was just camera work. But we got the Jericho sing-along. Judas is ablaze in the building tonight. He will be, for some reason, taking on Commander. What else on tap tonight? Where was the comment? I want to click one comment real quick. Jack, welcome, Jack. This looks like a boring card. I will admit, when I was making the graphics for this and getting the thumbnail and such together, on paper, not the most exciting Dynamite, but we will get into all the action. Positive vibes, hoping for a good show. Jericho getting a good ovation. And here comes Commander. Yeah, a really interesting matchup. And like I said earlier, we worried that this was going to be the main event. Instead, it's opening the show. So now we are up in the air. What will the main event be tonight? We will find out. But lots going on. We're going to find out the fifth member of each team for Blood and Guts, the ongoing saga that is, as we get a replay of Commander doing his thing, is one shtick that he does every match. But yeah, no, we're going to find out the fifth member for this ongoing saga between the Elite and the BCC. We have a poll up right now. If you haven't clicked on that, go check it out. But lots of speculation, a lot of rumors. We don't know who it's going to be, but we will find out. Beyond that, we are going to say hello to the chat real quick, folks. I do see Kota Ibushi debuting tonight in AEW. Damien. I believe it's your birthday as well, Mr. Damien. So thank you for being in the chat first. Thank you for being here all the time. Happy birthday, sir. And we greatly appreciate you spending your, or at least part of your special day here with the Wrasslin for Life Network. I hope you had a wonderful day. And yeah, I mean, if you're going to make a wish for more people to show up here on stream to say hello to you. But happy birthday once again. The match is off and running, folks. Jericho Commander, like I said, I'm not quite sure why we're getting this match, but I got an open mind. We're going into Wednesday with a positive vibe. We're getting through Hump Day, Friday Junior tomorrow. The weekend is upon us. We got Slammiversary this weekend. We got Collision. We got Battle of the Belts. We got lots. A little bit of a botchy boot from Commander. Very nice handstand, though. Gets a 9.6 from the Russian judge. Good, good, good. Victor's in the house. Rest in peace, Mike Halak. Former WWE superstar Victor. Yeah, Mantar. 55 years old. And I'm not going to pretend I know a whole lot of about him outside of his, couple runs where he was a WWE superstar. But sad story, 55 feels far too young. And as a man who's approaching a birthday, yeah, 55 feels way too young. So thoughts and prayers to his friends and family. And yeah, sad to see him go. Victor also wants to let everybody know Commander with a corkscrew to the outside. Okay. Let's see. All right. Commander doing his thing. AEW has reported to expand its pay-per-view schedule. Victor, I heard this story. And for those tuning in right now, make sure you hit like and subscribe. But Victor, I did hear this story. And I was originally like, oh, come on. But I do feel like it actually might help. Maybe that's one of Tony's challenges, and maybe one of the hardest things to do is he's trying to carry storylines and make things relevant, for 3 months at a time. It's tough. It's tough to keep you interested in a storyline or to carry storylines. If you come up with half marks and find ways to have stories end through some of your shows, which I think they're trying to do at times, like we're getting Blood and Guts on a Dynamite next week, or no. Yeah, next week. Is it next week? The week after. But anyway, the point is an expanded pay-per-view schedule could give them focus. For a guy like Tony, who's just writing everything everywhere, it might help him. Maybe the 4 pay-per-views we get now don't have 14 matches. He shaves it back a little. These secondary pay-per-views amongst your big 4. I'm optimistic that this could be a really good thing. And if nothing else, the pay-per-views from AEW tend to be really strong and highly entertaining. So, yeah, let's go. Let's see. More wrestling. We'll be here live. You know that. Hopefully the cost of the shows come down. Boston, welcome back. Hopefully the cost of the shows come down then. $50 a pop for them seems pretty steep, as it is, especially if they're doing even more pay-per-views. Yeah, it'd be very intriguing to see what their strategy is here. Monthly is a tough one, right? Even this month, even this summer, coming up with All In and All Out back-to-back, it's a lot to ask your fan base. You want them to buy tickets. You want them to buy swag. You want them to participate. It could be interesting. Maybe some of those secondary pay-per-views are $39.99, $29.99 instead of $50. I don't know. They got to come up with a plan. It'll be very interesting. Or they finally get their ass into, maybe Warner Brothers Discovery helps them get into a streaming service like a Peacock. Pause. And then we'll see some, where you should sign up for the membership and you get all the shows for a fee. Now, Jericho with a hip toss and Commander out onto the floor as I get picture-in-picture, folks. I will get to your predictions. If you haven't made a prediction yet, get it in the chat. Let me know who you're taking tonight. Before I get to the next comment, I'm just going to quickly say big shout-out to Big Nick. Luna Havoc dropped another episode of Luna's Lounge down below. It's a quick hit, 5 minutes, all about Jon Moxley. Luna has some Jon Moxley love that maybe I do not share, but that's what I love about this channel. She had her points. We stand by her, and I know some people kind of, look two ways. Also, Luna Havoc's tweet ended up on the bump. If you guys watched the bump, you would have saw Luna Havoc on the bump as well. So big day for Luna. And tomorrow, CJ Brand will be back with the play along of Fight Forever as he navigates through the beginning few times of playing the game and what he thinks and how it overall plays. So we'll talk about that as well. But lots coming your way, folks. Right now, Jericho in control on the outside. Tony, welcome. It's me. It's TDN. Not DDP. I was just reading your initials. But yeah, welcome back, Tony. Good to see you. Looking forward to Swerve. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this match as well. I want to see Nick Wayne in action. Of course, here on the channel, we watch a lot of Nick Wayne. So I want to see his progression. I mean, a big night for him. He's probably going to have a little bit of jello in those legs. Strickland's an outstanding talent. So I think he's in the ring with a good guy. And to be honest, I don't know how the match is going to, how it's going to finish. I don't know who's going to take the W here. What up, Boston? How you doing? How you doing? Jack got your comment already. And like I said, I'm trying to be as optimistic and positive as possible. I mean, Nick Wayne Swerve, okay. I'm looking forward to the tag match. I know some people aren't, but OC and Darby going up against Sammy and Sammy and Danny. So that overall should be a decent tag team match. The announcement, I think, ends up, do you put that in the main event spot and have your big reveals at the end of the night and it leads to some type of melee? Maybe that's the way to go off the air. But surprisingly, a lot of people thought Jericho and Commander were going to main event last night. As it turns out, he opens the show. What's going on, Steve G? How you doing? TJ Hook back in the house. Mega's back. How you doing? How you doing? Charles, welcome. Oh, we got a Jericho vote, by the way. TJ's taking Jericho as well. Jericho for the win. I'm taking Jericho as well, guys. I feel like it's one of those matches where Commander looks great for about 8 minutes and then loses. Don Callis will show up. Smile Mark, I highly expect some presence of Don Callis, and it's important. I think Don Callis is really good, and he lends a nice element of heat to this whole rivalry, especially when, you got the Elite, who are mostly the baby face in this whole thing. The BCC are both supposed to be the heels, but everyone kind of loves Moxley and Claudio, and it's kind of interesting as far as them being the heels. So Don Callis definitely brings that heelish element as we get a head scissors by Commander. Very sloppy head scissors. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, Damien. Again. There you go. Some love from the chat. I love it. Jericho wins, unfortunately. Fair enough. Now, Jericho going for the moonsault. And again, he's getting some jeers from the crowd. It's so weird because he's kind of playing this babyface mode as of late. And now we got, it's a weird situation with Jericho right now. Oh, okay. Clunky. See, this is where we got a 2 count by Commander. Nice transition, but this is where my issue is because people will watch this and go, oh, yeah, Jericho Commander was great. Jericho Bandito was great. When you know Commander and you see as much Commander as we have, the pace in which Commander can work as Jericho lays him out. So when you see those flips off the ropes and the arm drags and the arm bars and the hip tosses, you're used to Commander going at a speed. When you see, like a Bandito, a Leo Rush, like, when they're zipping around doing them. But when you watch it here and you do a head scissors and it's super slow, looks like you trying to do it on your kid brother in the bedroom because, it's clunky and you don't quite have the wherewithal to pull it off. As Jericho flips off the crowd, so much for babyface. But that's where my issue with Jericho becomes a little bit. Warner wants AEW to possibly go to more than 5 PPVs versus already. Yeah, Alexis, we touched on this briefly. And like I said, it could be a very big positive. Obviously more money, great for Tony, great for the company as far as the money goes. And I know we talk about his unlimited piggy bank, but at the end of the day, you want to try and make your I think you want to make your company profitable. Anyway, Commander up to the top, and here he goes for a rope walk into a 7-year itch. And a 2 count. This is what I said. We'll make Commander look really good, and then he'll lose. This match is going to be terrible. Jericho does not belong in the ring, period, let alone with a guy of this talent. Okay, so I'll come back to that in a second. I really will. I just want to say hi to some people. Kashawn, welcome back. Kenny's in the house. I'll get to your comment in a second. Larry's back. Bash is back in case I haven't said hi to you. John's in the house. Kevin's here. Charles is here. Joe, what's up? Devin, welcome. Make sure you hit like, share, and subscribe to all three. Congrats to Luna. Yeah, big day for Luna. She'll be here tomorrow with me for Impact Wrestling as Commander's going for a walk again. Springboard! All right. Y2J for the win, I'm assuming. Now we're getting a holy shit chance. And listen, am I the only one that we saw it? We know. Oh! Phoenix Splash, it looked like it went wrong. And another kick out. I would say there was a couple, Bash. I would say there was a couple. All right, let's get back to some of these other comments that I wanted to fully dive into. But folks, welcome. Botch Codebreaker. Guys, I'm just being straight up. I'm not even offering my opinion yet. But that was a botch Codebreaker. We had a botch Phoenix Splash. Commander kicks out. So it's supposed to be the dive into a Codebreaker, and it didn't go so well. Judas Fex missed. Big kick. Super kick. Locking hands. We're going back to the ropes, folks. Here we go. Whee! Oh! All right. Turns it into the walls. The Lion Tamer. Looking like, bending this man's neck. He tappy. Tappy, folks. Jericho refusing to let go. Nick Wayne TV debut. Welcome, Aaron. If I haven't said it to you yet, Smile Mark as well. Welcome. Alexis, welcome. Brandon's back. Good to see you. Kata, I'm just going to call you the police. Get back to that in a second. Jericho wins. Unfortunately, I got that one. Okay, so back to base. That match was clunky, guys. And some people are going to jump and be very defensive of that match. It was great. We loved it. Jericho. Oh, there's Callis. Oh, Callis here early. This video imaging on the screens there for Callis, quite fucking disturbing. Excuse my language. But yeah, I think here's my take. And you guys have heard me complain about Jericho. But I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to approach the wrestling in a positive light today, folks. And here's the thing with Jericho. If Jericho was treated like a legend and he got in the match, got in the ring once in a while when it mattered, somebody got on his nerves or he was trying to do commentary and some young up-and-comer was pissing him off and he had offshoots of things, great. Jericho can still talk on the mic. The problem is the angles, the factions, and the matches suck. And he's doing them too much. You're putting him in main event spots when you could put other people in the main event spots. And you just watch that with Commander. Commander's got to slow down. And I'm not faulting the guy. He can't do what he used to. Why is he in the ring with Commander? I don't get it. I don't get why he's in the ring with Commander. Put him in the ring with another middleweight who can just punch, kick, headlock, arm drag, that kind of bullshit. I know it sounds old school, but somebody on his level. That's what I think should happen. Is there a place for Jericho? Does his name hold some value? Yes. But doing what he's doing, being shoved down our throats, being the over-the-hill, middle-aged John Cena of AEW doesn't work. Wow, we're getting an old footage of Dawn and Jericho hugging. Ah! All right, that's enough about that. Jericho should go to Impact. It's a win-win. Either he elevates Impact. Yeah, no. He that's funny as hell. But again, Jericho. I think Impact went through that era of bringing in all the overpriced talent. Cal is reminding Jericho of the good old days. Met Utami Hashishita at Stardom at JCW. Julia and New Japan Strong Women's Champ. We'll have Stardom in AEW. There have been mixed reports about that as far as them being there. I'm sure it was awesome that you got to meet them. But yeah, it'd be very interesting if they work Stardom into AEW somehow. What's up, Larry? What's up? So now we're getting this Don Callis situation. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Boston. 5th member should be Punk for BCC and Kingston for Elite. That'd be ratings. Ding, ding, ding. Will it happen, Mark? I don't think so. I don't think we've gotten to that level of forgiveness yet. Listen, I've said from day one, I really hoped that this was a work, and some people thought it was, and most people don't. I don't believe it is a work, but I wanted it to be a work. If they can bring it full circle and make money on it, fucking let's go. Why wouldn't you? So Don Callis walking away as he continues to recruit Chris Jericho, who looks up into the sky like a young Michael J. Fox, pondering his future. So a little bit of a flat ending to that segment, but Jericho blowing kisses to the sky. I hope Ruby Soho gets screwed out of her match by DMD. All right, Mega. All right. Now we're going to replay a Jungle Boy turning and the little rivalry that's existed between Hook and Jungle Boy. I thought Sting and Jericho were supposed to wrestle this week. No, not yet. I think they might be saving that for a pay-per-view, which, I mean, maybe they were supposed to, Joe. I mean, do keep in mind, Sting recently ate part of a table with his, literally ate it. What's the main event tonight on Dynamite? Damien, that's a phenomenal question. To me right now, it's a flip between the tag match or the actual announcements. I think maybe they... Oh. Oh, so Jack Perry in the truck giving accusing him of being an unsafe work environment. I guess he forgot to lock the other door. He locked the door next to him, but didn't lock the other door. As Darby's got a fistful of hair, folks. Good Lord. Bad news. Jack. What did Hook say? Don Callis is here. Don Callis, my TNT champion. Christian Cage was right about him. You know, he wasn't wrong. I like Don Callis' theme song. Wait, am I crazy? Is it no theme song? Are you being funny? Want to know. Like it. Commander sucks. They have better guys with mass. Listen, I'm not going to... Man, you guys are testing me today. All right. I'm back in a commercial, by the way, folks. Commander, I've seen Commander have good matches. Commander holds the record for the botchiest match I've ever seen in JCW in the tournament. It was fucking horrendous. But he doesn't suck. You just has to be in the right situations. Fighting Jericho in any capacity is not the right situations. You need guys that can move their feet, who are swift. So a lot of times in the lucha style, when there is a botch or like you're heading in one direction, the guy can adjust. When you're a 55-year-old Canadian with a muffin top, you don't get where you need to go, and they miss. Everything happens so fast, and Jericho is just not there. Commander is insane. I don't even know if I was going that far. He's got really good athleticism. All right, go back. Jericho will win. We got that. Okay. Have no interest in this match. I agree. I mean, I think the match was just to set up the angle after, but I think we could have got the angle with Callis as a segment instead of a match and then the promo. I feel like the opening the show, not the hottest start to the show. not the best of matches, but at the end of the day, we'll see where we go from here. 1 out of 10. All right, not happy. Benjamin. I'm watching AEW 2 right now. Perfect, Benjamin. All you got to do, turn the volume down on AEW and listen to the alternative commentary to all the wrestling. We will be back tomorrow for Impact, doubleheader on Friday. Remember, we're watching at least 3 shows on Saturday. We'll be here for Collision. We will be here for Battle of the Belts. We'll be here for Slammiversary. And on a Saturday night special, anything can happen. So lots to cover, lots to watch. And Benjamin, thank you for joining us. Earl's back in the house. I'm going commando for this one. Sounds like a good idea, bro. How do you know I'm not? Anyway, moving on. So Hook was in the car the whole time? That was pretty phony. No, I think he opened the other door, and which is still stupid, right? Like, you know, you lock yourself in this vehicle. You want to do the interview from in the vehicle to be, you know, safe, and you don't check the doors. Like, why wouldn't you check the doors? And Hook just walks up, yanks the door open, and then jumps in and grabs him by the hair. So, yeah, to your point, it comes a little. What should have happened is Hook shows up, pushes Marvez out of the way, grabs at Jungle Boy. There's a struggle. Jungle Boy gets his head back in and drives off. That's how I would have done it. Right? Then it's a little more realistic. The guy stuck his head out the window. This is my chance. I'm going to pull him out. The prick gets away. We all move on. But we got Renee Moxley good and Don Callis again. Don Callis doing the Paul Heyman I got a phone routine. Okay. So Don Callis is going to go solo and announce the 5th member. Now, is there any chance he's hoping it's Jericho and that will be the big swerve? Jericho looks to be joining the bad guys, but he's going to join the elite. Is that it? Is that what we're doing here? Okay. Don, not happy with Kenny still. All right, folks, keep the chat coming. Keep it going. What's up, everyone? I think I'm liking this Jack Perry Hook thing now. It's getting better. Trevor, it's growing. It's much better than Babyface Jungle Boy. Yeah, not bad. He's playing an asshole. He's playing a chicken shit. It's working really well in a lot of regards. So, yeah, you're not wrong. It's definitely coming. It's better for Jack anyway. Now we're getting another replay of MJF and Adam Cole going through the birthday from last week. The best part of last week's show was this segment. Cyrus the Virus from ECW. Don Callis has always been a nuisance. He's everywhere. He was the Jackal. Everywhere he went, he's been a nuisance. But we're getting Adam Cole and MJF banging back shots. Shot. Anyway, I saw Commander vs. Sammy on AEW, and it wasn't good. Bash, I confirm. Listen, he's athletic. He's acrobatic. I mean, running across the top ropes and that, but it can't be this, like, okay, we've seen it. Like, when he did it tonight, I'm like, all right, we've seen it. And when you do it on a Jericho who you kind of just blow by, again, it doesn't have the same impact. It doesn't look great. It's like the guy made a move, you kind of semi-caught him and put him down on the ground, and we move on. He's not terrible. It's just he's going 100 miles an hour, and he needs to slow down. So MJF trying to get Cole to roll. There you go. I agree with you about Commander. Thank you. Or that's Bash 8. Why was Hook selling? How was he damaged at all? I don't know if was he selling? I felt like he was just selling the frustration. You're welcome. Thank you. It's been so long since Hook said more than a few words. And ironically, I did not know what he said. It's my second time watching AEW. All right, Benjamin, I'm really curious to see how you feel about it. Oh, now we're playing Fight Forever. MJF wants to have a good time. Cole wants to play video games. So now AEW is giving us some actual Fight Forever gameplay. So they're bonding, guys. They're bonding. So MJF's never played a multiplayer game before, guys. Know what I love? I can't help myself here, and I know I'm not saying much. I'm trying to catch what they're saying. You know what I love here is that a lot of the AEW fans went to social media on Friday and called out the fact that Roman Reigns and the bloodline was melodrama. And now we're getting this with MJF and Cole. I find it a little ironic that MJF's never played a multiplayer game. He's never had friends. They're bonding. It's cute. Yeah, right. That's a great way to advertise. Yeah, no kidding, Trevor. Smart move. Aw. Oh. We're better than you, baby. They're fist pumping. All right, guys. They're friends. They're both rocking teeth. Holy shit. All right. Adam Cole and MJF continue to be the best thing on the show right now for me. I'm a simple man, guys. What did you think of that segment? How are you feeling about MJF and Adam Cole right now? Agreed. Jack needs an edge to his character. You know what? Especially with young talent, Trevor, you play to people's strengths, right? Like, and I mean, we talked about this with other wrestlers, Bianca Belair, even Cora Jade recently. We talked about it. Like, when you're young and you're trying to act a certain way, you might not have that seasoning, that experience to be able to pull it off. Now, when you just say be yourself, but now we're going to turn it up just a little bit. And if you align it more with his natural personality, and from all reports, I mean, he's a little bit quiet, he's a little bit introverted. So you just kind of play on that, like, don't bother me. He does come from a wealthy family, he does come from a known family. Play into all the stuff that's natural. It's less acting, more genuine. We like it better. I saw a thing, I think it was Tony Schiavone talking about Eddie Kingston and how, it's how genuine Eddie is. And again, if we can create more wrestlers that come through the curtain genuine and very close to who they really are, opposed to trying to play somebody, the more wrestlers will get over, the more wrestlers will be popular, not only to the wrestling audience, but to the bigger audience. That's my take. Now, you think you're going to get Punk and Joe feud? I can see them just leaving it after Joe attacked him after their match, but I wouldn't put it past TK not to address it at all. Here's the interesting part. Boston, we could get a hot pivot as we got Death Before Dishonor coming up at the end of this month. So I don't know if Joe is slated to take on anybody yet, but I can't imagine Punk going to Ring of Honor to fight for the TV title. So interesting times as far as what comes next. I think on Saturday we're going to be in for a couple surprises that will really tell us what the next steps in this story is. That's What show this weekend are you looking forward to most, KJ? Honestly, Slammiversary. And I know some people are going to roll their eyes at Impact. How dare you? No, I'm just kidding. Listen, Impact, whether you love or hate their product, they put on really good pay-per-views. If you're a fan of wrestling and really good shows, their pay-per-views rarely miss. Even if you don't really know everybody on the card, or you don't really know the stories or the backline, match in and match out are going to probably be pretty solid. So Slammiversary being Impact's WrestleMania, I'm expecting a big night. I'm looking forward to it. Alex Shelley versus Macklin for the title should be fun. But to be honest, I'm looking forward to Collision as well. Don't get me wrong. We got the CM Punk and Ricky Starks. We got FTR versus the Bullet Club Gold. Lots to figure out. We got Joe in the wing, in the weeds, waiting to see what happens. As I have Sammy and Danny coming out to take on Darby and OC. So get your predictions in. I'm taking Garcia and Sammy. I might be crazy. I'm going against the captain of our fantasy wrestling team. Shit. Double clothesline is going to be deadly when it happens. All right, Earl. Take your word for it. Agreed, Jack needs to have an edge. The character got that one. Let's get down here. OC and Darby for the win. Darby for the win. Impact's WrestleMania is bound for glory? Are you sure? I think it's Slammiversary. That's my take on it. Felt like it's always been Slammiversary. Dun, dun, dun. OC and Darby for the win. Cha-ching. Brandon, a lot of Wednesdays. You will find me here on my own some hanging out with the peeps. But I guess that's why they call me Mr. Every Night. Sounds ridiculous coming out of my own mouth. But right now we got OC and Sammy in the ring, folks, as we kick off this tournament match. Couple arm drags. I like it. Bash liked the segment with MJF. Darby and OC for the win. MJF showing his range. And you know what? I think it's been good for Cole because it shows how comfortable Cole is, on camera, on the mic, doing this kind of thing. I've enjoyed Cole. I think he's been a good part to the story. Originally, when he was egging on MJF, it worked. And that's the Adam Cole we want. We want Ring of Honor Adam Cole with a chip on his shoulder. Nobody talked about his size or how often he worked out when he was just this guy with an attitude. Didn't matter what he looked like. He just had that fuck you attitude. So, excuse my language. But Danny Garcia is dancing again. And for a guy who was like, I'm a really good technical wrestler, and this whole dancing gimmick, I don't know how I feel about it yet. Right? There you go. Show up and tell him yourself, Steve G. Let him know. Say, hey, CJ, did you see that? He'll answer. Got that one. Most battle belts 7. Battle of the Belts. I mean, we've had this talk about Battle of the Belts. They've never really given us much with Battle of the Belts, so we don't expect much from Battle of the Belts. Even if there's a decent match on it, there's never really a whole lot of implication to it. We got a 2 count. And honestly, with the onset of Collision, you could have probably said, you know what? Let's get rid of Battle of the Belts. Maybe every once in a while, one of the Wednesday shows or one of the Rampage shows are like, Rampage, Battle of the Belts this week. Oh, OC goes for the dive. Garcia catches him and smacks Sammy in the chest. So maybe I'm wrong. Darby and OC are going to win this one. MJF is very cool, and Adam Cole that is why they will win the tag champ belt, beat Darby, Orange, Cassidy, and then go for FTR. On serve, he needs to move on and leave the embassy. All right, Kenny, a little bit to unpackage here as I go into picture in picture here tonight. And right now, Danny Garcia is in control of Darby Allin. Okay, let's start with the first part. MJF and Adam Cole are cool, and what they've been doing, I've liked it. I didn't think they were going to kind of double down and kind of make them buddies and friends, which is good because we're going to get a turn from one of them. And I actually think we might get an Adam Cole turn more than I just think that there's something there. So we'll see how that goes. As far as Swerve, Swerve has not been helped by being a mogul. He has not been helped by Rick Ross. He has not been helped by the embassy. Swerve should just be Swerve. Swerve Strickland, a guy with an attitude, shows up and kicks ass. And he can do it. He's outstanding. I think he is one of my most underutilized talents in AEW. I think there's more for him. And without all the extra shit is just pulling him down. My name is what? Nick Aldis should be wrestling for a major wrestling promotion. I thought so too. Now, here's the thing. Nick Aldis said that he was happy to go Impact because of the flexible schedule. Keep in mind, Impact does a lot of, they'll tape 4 shows, 5 shows in a weekend. And that you put in your weekend and you go on, you go about your business. He said at this point of his life, he knows he's not going to be wrestling a whole lot longer. Then he has business interests, and being with Impact allows him to be free for those business interests. Now, that is something other wrestlers have said about going to the WWE is more dates, more schedule, more demand. Maybe he's not at that point of his career. He's like, you know what? I've done enough. I don't need to go that route. Things change. Money talks. We'll see. But right now, he seems content, and I think he's going to win that belt. Thank you, Boston. It's Bound for Glory. There we go. We got a debate going now. Darby and OC. Thank you, Aaron. Ruby versus Blue should be good. I think Ruby gets screwed by Britt Baker. Yeah, I think they're pushing Sky Blue. So I highly anticipate Sky Blue moving on for sure. Who do you think returns to Slammiversary or debuts KJ? Woo. Oh, man, this is tough with the reason why this is hard with Impact is because it could be anybody. Could be anybody from anywhere. An old wrestler, a new wrestler, an indie wrestler, a former AEW star, a former maybe it's Brian Pillman Jr. Maybe we joked. Could Eric Young return to Impact Wrestling? We know he got stabbed and he died apparently. But what if he bounced back? I don't know. You never know with Impact. I think that's one of the fun parts of their pay-per-views. Like random people just show up. I mean, you look a few months ago, all of a sudden Bobby Fish is there and then he's not. Like it's a funky place. Everybody kind of, I don't mean this disrespectfully, but it's kind of like the bus stop where people just kind of come and go. And like, you're like, oh, did you see so-and-so was there? Now they're not. Cole is a star. I don't disagree. I'm a big Cole fan. And I know people shit on him. And he's a little guy in that. And like I said, when he's doing his best, when he was booked at his best, and I hate to say it, but oh wait, Darby went for the pin, but he's not the legal man, and we get a 2 on the backslide. Big boot out of the corner. Sunset. No. Danny's got the ropes. Yeah, Adam Cole's great. And like the Undisputed Era NXT, Adam Cole was outstanding. Like you didn't think twice about him beating the guys that he beat. He looked good. He commanded a mic. They were the best thing on that show for a long time. OC blocks. There you go. Turnbuckle smash as he goes to the top. Crossbody. Dun, dun, dun. Off the ropes. All right, we got action. So I said this match was going to be fun. Now, also said this match could be the main event. So what's going to be the main event? Swerve and Nick Wayne? The women? I think it's going to be the announcements. I think it's going to be Don Callis and all the announcements. Darby OC for the win. Thank you, Mega. Orange covering eyes. Hand orange covering eyes. Hand orange covering eyes. Thank you for the sticker, bud. Thank you. Drew, welcome. Adam Cole accept to be evil with MJF. Interesting. This can be AEW 2-man power trip. Drew, I honestly thought this was going to be short-lived and not a whole lot of legs to it. Like with an obvious, dissension between the two sooner than later. It turns out I'm going to be a little bit wrong here. And actually now I'm like, shit, what if they did challenge? At least, I mean, as far as on the marquee, you say MJF and Adam Cole are going to take on FTR or Bullet Club Gold. It's got a nice ring to it. maybe they got a little more love for this than I think they do. I still think there's one of them's going to turn, which automatically, but I kind of feel like it's going to be Adam Cole. And now where we just like MJF's going to be like, but you were my only friend, and he's like, you're a loser, and you think you're this big. You're only mean because you're insecure and nobody likes you. I like it though. I'll give them credit. This is good. This is something that you want to know what the story is, and then you're going to get a good match out of it. So good job. Good job, AEW. See, I told you guys I was going to be positive tonight. I remember watching Impractical Jokers with MJF was on there, and it was funny. I remember when Jericho was on it. Should be a banger. Oh, we got a roll. Another roll. We're going back and backsides everywhere. Danny transitions into his own. Do you think Undisputed will join back together again? Well, here's a funny thing. I know I talked about Adam Cole potentially being the heel here and turning on MJF now that MJF has a heart. He's like the Grinch. His heart grew 3 times. But, I mean, I think Nick might have actually said it last week of what if Roddy turns on Adam and somehow aligns himself with MJF, which would be interesting. Right? The thing with Adam Cole turning instead of MJF is that MJF's already did the I'm a nice guy, psych, I told you I was the devil. So now if he is just the nice guy and he's the one that gets screwed, it might work a little better. Sammy's getting mad. Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect Sammy and Danny to get pissed at each other. Now we got a hockey fight. Dun, 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 dun. KJ, who some people in your opinion that on the AEW roster would you send to Ring of Honor? Roderick Strong is one. There's a lot. Listen, I've advocated a lot, Jack, for having, I really wish they would do like Friday night Ring of Honor, even if you called it Ring of Honor Rampage. I don't love it, but it's better than nothing. I really do think that you could do more with Ring of Honor, and there should be talent that's exclusively Ring of Honor. I love Joe being there. Roderick would be a good one. I think if you treated it like NXT, like that, like a developmental property, I think you got some really good talented guys that could Danny Garcia being down there would be great then. Oh, wait, Garcia up to the top. Sorry, Guevara. Who is this? Sorry, Jack, I'm completely... We got a sharpshooter on the floor. Oh, it's Nana. Ooh, Nana. So Nana is walking away with the... Wait, what? Nana is telling Garcia to use the skateboard, which, I mean, would be in a DQ, but why? Now Darby and Garcia fighting over the skateboard. There goes the ref. There's Swerve. Swerve lays out Darby. What's up, Chef? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Up next, MJF, Adam Cole versus Brian Cage and Big Bill. Very interesting. This match hasn't been bad. It's been a lot going on. I don't quite know why this happened, but I called it. Sammy and Danny were going to go to the finals, and I figured Sammy and Danny were going to win because MJF and Adam Cole break up. That's been my call from the beginning of the tournament. So the match was okay. It was survivable. It was okay. Sup, Dirk? How you doing? How you doing? What if Roddy turned on Adam Cole and joined? There you go. There you go. Like, we did just talk about that, Dirk, where could it be a swerve of, you know what? Roddy's kind of been left out in this picture, and we get MJF, never. The best trick the devil ever played was making you think he doesn't exist. So I think it's possible that we get that kind of swerve, right? Roddy shows up. You're like, oh, shit, Roddy's here. And he takes out Cole. Very interesting. Very MJF-ish to do. Now, Sammy's looking at Darby and OC trying to be the baby face. We're getting a handshake. Boo. I'm going to. I don't. Now he's. All right. So Danny and Sammy are going to move on in this tournament, folks, as they pick up the win. And yeah, I hate to say it, but here's Nick Wayne. I do imagine we're gonna get the young story of one Nick Wayne. Oh, he's talking about Darby. I think Darby and Orange Cassidy are going to win, and not tonight. Is it me or is just the arena look dark? Are you getting something at the end? There was a couple times. Remember, I said earlier, Aaron, I felt like there was a blackout on the screen, and I think that it's dark lighting. It just a couple times where it felt like the camera just looked at the floor for a second, but it was a little bit darker. 1-1. Nick Wayne, young as shit. McLovin is on our screen right now, folks. How sad do you think TK is? He's gonna have to have his golden boy Darby and OC lose. Yeah, it's funny, right? When was the last time that OC took an L? And Darby doesn't. Well, Darby's taken more than OC, that's for sure. But you find a way to do it, and Darby takes the pin. So, anyone remind me out there, why is Swerve kicking Darby in the head? And remember the rumor that they were going to reignite Keith Lee and Swerve. But if Swerve's kicking Darby in the head, I don't think that's the next step for Swerve. He's got some answering to do. A very good point, KJ. Just make Ring of Honor Rampage, and it can be interesting on Fridays. It makes it a destination for me. That's what I want. Is if you start, like, do you guys remember when NXT Black and Gold got hot as shit? Everyone was out there trying to figure out how to get to, if you weren't subscribed to the network, you were like, how do I see this NXT? Because it became a destination. It became must see. Like, oh shit, what happened? And that's what I think you could do with Rampage and Ring of Honor is you do what Ring of Honor always did, built the reputation on the in-ring work. And unfortunately, like we covered, and we still cover half the show, but we were covering it live when they rebooted it. I have Honor Club, watch it here with the folks, but it became Ring of Honor Dark. And that's the downfall of that whole situation is it doesn't feel like Ring of Honor anymore. It's just a smattering of people. KJ, do you see TK signing Ibushi to AEW? I think he would if he could. I mean, I'll call him a fan, not the M word, but knowing what a fan he is of New Japan and in that relationship, if he has the opportunity and Ibushi is open to it, I think TK would offer him a large sum of money to be a consistent member on the show for a little bit. So I truly do think that. 1-1 for John. 1-1. Sneaky Swerve. Darby looks legit. He passed away. I'm surprised too, Mega, but I kind of called it. So I hate it. This kid is truly ready for this. Listen, again, you guys just saw the story of Nick Wayne. If you guys hadn't been acquainted with Nick Wayne before, I mean, he has a history. He's been in the ring since he was a young boy. You saw him tying up there with Darby. We've seen him a lot. We've watched him in GCW. We watched him on the independents here on this channel. He's a highly talented kid. He really is. I want to see what they do with him because at such a young age, you're going to have to find a way to protect him. If you give him the Dante Martin treatment where you just push him to the moon and then yank the parachute, we'll see. You don't want him to get lost in the fold. You want to see him grow and develop. Dun, dun, dun. Now I am getting a McMuffin commercial. If anybody was wondering what's on my TV right now, it's a little bit of McCafe. I will remind everybody we are on a commercial break. We are back tomorrow. We have Impact, our live coverage of the Impact stream. That's going to be a fun one as it's the go home show for Slammiversary. We also have CJ Brand coming back for another play along of Fight Forever. That's going to be fun. Friday, we got the doubleheader, Rampage and SmackDown. We will be live for that. And then Saturday, we're coming through hard. We have 3 shows to cover. We're going to do Collision. We're going to do Battle of the Belts. And of course, Slammiversary live coverage of all of it. It's going to be fun. Folks, make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you join the family. Become a member. Become a 4-lifey. And right now I got Adam Cole. Oh, there's Roddy. See? Ooh, somebody, we talked about Roddy. We're going to have to keep an eye on Roddy, folks. So Adam Cole saying, Roddy, you got to trust me. Adam Cole, Roddy still got the neck brace on, looking like a young Bobby Heenan. Now Adam Cole's loving the text messages. Are we hitting that double clothesline or what? Wait, I think I have the flu. What? Thank you, Victor. Thank you. Yes, folks, if you don't know, we are the Channel 4 fans by fans. Check out all our social media. Be a part of all the fun. Be a part of a growing channel and the wrestling utopia, as I like to call it. We literally watch more wrestling than anybody else. Why pick a tribe when you can just enjoy it all? Here comes Big Bill. Still one of the worst wrestling names on the go. I would love to see Jordan Oliver in AEW eventually to tag with Nick Wayne. Yeah, I could go for the East West Express getting together. Young, strong tag team. They've done really well on the independents together. Jordan Oliver's talented. We watched Jordan Oliver win the JCW title at tournament not too long ago, Damien, and I know you were here for that ride. But yeah, I mean, again, another young talent. We talk about Billy Stark as well. TK does have his eye on some of the younger available talent that are making waves and making noise. So he needs a future. And this is where it would be really great, where you talk about having a developmental program opposed to just, kind of the dark style program where you put a Nick Wayne, you put a Jordan Oliver, you put Billy, and you let them develop, you let them learn, you let them understand. Again, you get them ready for national TV, because being on national TV is not the same as just showing up in wrestling. So you got to get them there. But here comes MJF. Maxwell. What? Not with Kenny there. What did Bash say? What did Bash say in case I missed it? You saw my comment. Victor, welcome. Did I see your comment? No, I did not see your comment. Oh, there you go. Sup, KJ? I'm telling you now, if Tony don't be careful, all his young people are going to leave soon. Well, that's the thing, interesting enough, Victor, is, and we know the WWE, they'll just sit and wait. They'll wait it. They're okay. We're fine. We got some talent, but they'll wait for contracts to come up, and they will pick them up. And if they feel like they can offer somebody something, I mean, if Nick Wayne signed a 3-year contract, a 4-year contract, he becomes available at 22, 23 years old. Beautiful, right? So we'll see. There's other contractual obligations coming up soon. I know we've talked a lot about MJF and 2024. There's other talent there. We saw Brian Pillman Jr. recently leave. His contract expires. We'll find out. But yes, welcome, Victor. Welcome, everybody. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Wednesday out there. As we're they gotta their entrance is now in sync, folks. I'm not talking about where you put the dishes. That's Victor number 2. We got Larry number 2. We only got one Bash though. Dun dun dun. All right, get your predictions in. Get them in. Let me know who you're taking. MJF for the win. Big Bill Big bill, big cast, big deal. All right. Big shit. Good point, KJ. Dang. Can you imagine Nick Wayne in NXT? Holy smokes. He can be the new international. Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the things that the WWE's figured out, where they're funneling talent. And they know you got to keep producing new talent. You look at young guys like a Carmelo Hayes, who hasn't even really touched the main roster yet. You look at Braun Breaker. You look at who's coming next. And then you talk about, the Damon Kemps of the world. And, we have other people in the NIL program. I think Tony has enough talent and young talent that instead of just booking this very much like, go have a match, the spot booking style of things, if he could use Ring of Honor, if he could use some of his other wrestling opportunities as developmental, A, we could get really, really good wrestling, and B, you can see where the future is as MJF decides he's going to leave. What's up, Schmack a Frog? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? MJF for the win. That's victory number 2. What's up, Bobby? How you doing? How you doing? Don't be sorry. Just be happy you're here. Better late than never. And again, Adam Cole going to start this match off against Big Brian Cage. And if you haven't made a prediction yet, I would love to know who you're taking tonight in this match between the two. Who's going to go on to face Sammy and Danny? Brian Cage flexing. Cole for the win. Screw the young talent. It's about the established stars. I don't know if you're being tongue-in-cheek or not, Earl. You need a plan. But maybe you don't. Maybe you just need a whole bank full of money. Cole's doing push-ups. Cage doing push-ups. Cole flexes. He's got grandpa arms, but it's okay. Brian Cage is huge. They are winning on the entrance alone. Listen to the crowd. It's the most amped the crowd's been tonight, guys. And if you've been watching these streams for more than a second, you know that the crowd and how the building's responding to what they're seeing is very important to me. I know, like when the Jim Cornettes of the world kind of go off on an Orange Cassidy, as long as Orange Cassidy's selling T-shirts and getting reaction to what he does, that's his job. And as long as he's doing that, I don't give a shit. And that right now, these guys haven't even touched each other. And the crowd's losing their mind. Multiple chants. The bromance for the W. I like it. And Big Bill throws his arms up, and MJF fails to slam him. MJG is trying to get in Roddy's head to turn him against Cole. I understand this story now. Dave, valid point. We brought up Roddy, and then we feel like Roddy's going to have some pivotal moment here. I think Roddy's going to, and it does look like there's a very high possibility. MJF goes to show off his push-up skills and gets kicked. Finally, Big Bill says, can we just fucking fight? Can we ding ding? Let's go. Man, this is hard. I'm taking MJF Cole. Now, Big Bill's doing push-ups. Everybody's doing push-ups. MJF and Cole for the win. Nick Wayne is going to get Christian Cage dead dad treatment. Whew. Let's see. We'll see what they do with this kid. It's great that he's talented. It's great that he's been working at this his whole life. It's great that he's overcome tragedy. It's great that he has a story. What are you going to do with it? How do you book it? How do you make it relevant? How do you build this kid without building him too fast and giving him too much too soon so you don't burn him out? Again, we saw it, like the perfect example for me is you can't give him the Dante Martin treatment where you just push him to the moon and then you run out of shit to do and they're like, shit, we're not going to push him all the way up the ladder right now, but we've kind of burned him out. Now, unfortunately, he's injured, so we'll see how that works when he comes back. Big Bell and BC for a surprise win. Vance going against the grain. All right, Vance. All right. I see you. Could WWE sign Alex Hammerstone or Jacob or Alex Kane, KJ? Yeah, they could sign all of them. Now, you got to remember, the WWE can be a little funny and a little particular as far as they got a lot of requirements that they want people to hit. Like, what is your age? They go through a running list. So, yeah, could they? Would they? Possibly. Again, some of the independent stars or stars that have been working for other companies, the proposition of them going to NXT to quote unquote train doesn't necessarily appeal to everybody. Some wrestlers feel like they're past that, and most of the time WWE doesn't care how far you think you are in your career. You're going to walk our ladder. So very possible. The only one that's troublesome there is Jacob. Jacob's had some issues lately. That might scare WWE away. Cole for the win. MJF and Adam Cole are great together. I agree, Aaron. I'll give you full thumbs up on that. It's been my favorite thing as of late. Jake, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I do think if Dante Martin wasn't injured, he and Darius would be serious contention for tag belts, whether it would be in ROH or AEW. Yeah, I agree. Tony seemed like a big fan of both of them. We have Action Andrade, as I call him, hanging out with Darius in the meantime. Yeah, they would be perfect for Ring of Honor tag champs. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Put a nice young talent there, let them have a title run, let them get more confidence, more than just the wrestling. How can we talk to the fans? How can we get ourselves over? How do we become intriguing or entertaining? Christian taking Nick Wayne under his wing would be funny. Christian, a younger you and me, Earl. That is too funny. But, Drew, I will say this. You might want to find somebody for Nick, though. Help Nick out in some way, shape, or form. We'll see. I mean, he did okay in the pre-tape. He was trying. I mean, again, he's so young. Right now, Big Bill wiping his big ass with a T-shirt. Better than you, baby. T-shirt getting used. I do got that one. Do you see Dragon Lee on the main roster one day? Yes. And again, I still think there's been rumors about potentially revisiting some type of cruiserweight style division or having one of the titles be more cruiserweight-ish. If that's the case, I mean, you've stockpiled some really talented guys that would fit that mold for sure. Dragon Lee making it to the main roster, I think they have hopes that Dragon Lee could one day become, the modern day, the new age, Rey Mysterio. I think they hope that for him. We'll see. MJF taking down Bill with a big slam. The age thing is so overrated, honestly. Charles, I completely agree. Right? I don't care. I mean, if you can do what you need to do, I don't give a shit how old you are. But again, if you're past your prime, if you're Matt Hardy or Chris Jericho that need to limit yourself, then do it. Find a way to do it and limit yourself and change. Oh, MJF going for the tag, not working. Brian Cage hooking him up. Spins out of the powerbomb, pokes him in the eye. And another MJF for the tag. Big pump kick for Cole. And another one. You can never trust MJF. But then again, like I said, part of me wondered if it would be a bigger swerve. Another eye poke. Adam Cole going for the eye poke. Brian Cage going to have no eye left. MJF super impressed that his buddy poked the eye. They're calling for the double clothesline. See, I like this shit. Absolutely, absolutely. And Big Bill says, not today. Not today. I could see Sting mentoring Nick like he is Darby and Darby going jealous. I don't see that, Dave. It'd be very interesting how they get there. Oh, double shin kick. Double super kick. So the bromance are definitely working, but there's your double clothesline from Cage, not Bebe. Woo. TK swerves us because last member is Cryback and the elite last member is Oldberg. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Cryback and Oldberg. Let's go. So Cole, super kick. Bill's down. The hate seeker. Brian Cage and Big Bill have been dismantled by these men. At no point did Big Bill or Brian Cage look imposing in this match at all. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm lying. At what point in this match did you think, oh, look at these big, strong guys? So going to the final, the bromance is moving on. Wow. TK swerves us. Got that one. WWE won't care. He's bloodline. If you're bloodline, you're glad. Well, yeah, that's an interesting factor. I mean, you got to remember when the bloodline story, we were trying to figure everything out. There was a little bit of heat with the 5-0. And then next thing, everybody hugged it out and they were the bloodline. Remember, we were trying to figure out the brothers were being resistant. They weren't quite getting along. And then whoop, whoop. And then, oh, hey, everything's good. Everything's good. We just move forward, move forward. Next part of the story, please. So does there exist a double standard? Yeah, I would argue that's the same in all sports, all entertainment. You have your faves, you have your key people. It's just the way life works. It was very close to see them return the return of Scorpio Sky last Saturday on Collision. It was very cool, not very close, very cool. Was it? How did Scorpio Sky do last Saturday? As MJF's got a microphone, guys. I am super over Canada. Do the thing as we chant, do the thing. Adam Cole, baby. It's got to be one of the highest selling t-shirts over the last week or two. Has to be, guys. I like the idea. That's why I think it's funny, KJ. It's like Edge and Damian Priest and Rhea for Judgment Day, that rub. Okay, fair enough, Drew. Fair enough. Got that one. Did you hear the rumors of after SummerSlam, they want to do Roman versus Bray at Payback, where it all started 3 years ago? I'm not big on that at all. Rocco, I heard this rumor. Not only am I not big on it, I think you're not big on it, but in addition to that, I'm not sure that Roman would be into that. And if you bring him back, you can't put Bray in an angle with Roman Reigns and bring him back and try and rebuild him and for him just to lose at the first pay-per-view he returns to. I think that is substantially bad for Bray. I think that is horrible for business. And yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think we're going to be done with the bloodline storyline. I think whatever happens to SummerSlam will bleed into Payback. Dun, 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 dun. I could see not wanting to sign an 18-year-old just yet, or at least putting them on the road. You remember what happened with guys like Rene Dupree before they turned 21. Yeah, you're valid point, Dave. I think different times. I mean, this is an era where, a lot of the guys and girls are playing video games and chilling, and it's a different animal. It's not the hardened roads and up and down the snowy pathways. Time has changed and the schedule's lighter. The schedule's different. For an 18-year-old kid, hey, sign for a couple $1,000,000. You're set, but you can finish up school so mom and dad are happy. We won't interfere with that. We need you to make a few dates. You get to work your indie stuff. Yeah, I mean, my only fear is, does he turn into like Shane? I don't want to say Sheamus, but like a Dolph Ziggler at 27, 28 years old because we've been watching him for so long. There you go. Adam Cole saying they're going after the World Tag Team Champions. They're all buddy. Bromance in the air, folks. They got a little stick together. It's going well. It's going well, folks. When you ask how we doing, it's going well. Adam Cole and MJF are dialed in very well. And we clip back to Roddy. Roddy's not happy. Could Roddy bring back Kyle O'Reilly? I don't know where we're at with O'Reilly's coverage. I don't know if anyone's heard a recent update on Kyle O'Reilly. I haven't seen one in a minute. That would be interesting. I think I said that when they announced Sammy and Danny made this tournament, I said they were going to win it. I still think Sammy and Danny are going to beat MJF. Maybe Roddy costs MJF and Adam Cole. Maybe it's not the swerve we think. Maybe it's Roddy and Kyle O'Reilly. Maybe they bring Fish back. Maybe they bring both back. Who the fuck knows? But I like that we don't know. But we got Jake. We got Jake Hager. MJF and Cole remind me of RK Bro. Yeah, I see. It's the odd couple, Bash. We've seen it with, Kane and Brian. We've seen it with fucking Regal and Tajiri. Like, there's a long history of that odd couple. And if you guys want to throw some odd couples out, all for it. 2-1. He returned to action versus Action Andrade, and he won. There you go. Jake taking off the hat. Uh-oh. I saved your life in Abu Dhabi. The fuck? Were they in the military together? Jake is giving Chris a little bit of doo-doo. Give him the belts. I have a feeling we're not going to get that, though. I really do. I kind of like it. I'm kind of with you, Aaron. Like, give him the belts. Let this play out. Let this go for a while. Take your time. You don't have to rush to the conclusion of this. But I have a feeling there's a plan in motion here. And I still think Sammy and Danny are going to get the number one title, the number one contender spot. But Jake Hager turning in his hat. He does not like the hat anymore. And he gives it back to Jericho after everything he's done, including giving up an undefeated MMA career to stand by Jericho. He's out. Speaking of being out, folks, we are back in a commercial break, and we are rolling along. We are past the hour mark already. I will say the first hour has gone at a pretty good pace. Sorry if y'all heard that, but cheers. But the first hour is going through a pretty good pace, and again, I don't know. It's a weird episode. What has really stood out in the first hour and change, guys? What has stood out outside of Adam Cole and MJF? Have we got anything really great? Who's loving something they saw tonight? I don't know what the tag belts. No thanks. Vance going the opposite way. I don't think we're going to get it, Vance. I think, as much as you're against it, you don't have to worry. MJF KO, great example, Aaron. Thank you. Rockin' Socks, one I should have said. What's up, Kayla? How you doing? Bash says Jake Hager. FTR just won the tag belts. No need to hot potato them now. I'm leaning on the fact that I think FTR beats the Bullet Club Gold. And then I do think that you have the possibility, like you'd have Sammy and Danny versus FTR. FTR beat them. Then we move on. Pardon me. But yeah, I just feel like Adam Cole and MJF are going to go into catastrophe. But it's been so enjoyable. I kind of want it to continue. I kind of don't want them to turn on each other yet. Maybe I'm just being greedy, selfish. Austin and Angle. HBK and Angle was fun, but Austin and Angle was funnier. We've got Swerve Strickland, and have we got? No, not yet, Damien, not yet. Jake Hager, the next to leave. Maybe. I mean, he hasn't done much, guys. Like Dirk, to me, he's one of the guys that he's collected a pretty good check from what I understand, but we haven't got a whole lot from Jake Hager. We haven't got a whole lot from a lot of the athletes. They just kind of float around. He pops in, pops out, has a match. How many matches has Jake Hager had in 2023? If it's more than 2, I'll be shocked. Big guys always lose on Dynamite. Yeah, the little guys run the show, Aaron. That's how this goes on Dynamite. The big guys didn't even look imposing. That was what baffled me, right? Was you have Brian Cage and Big Bill, and it wasn't like they dominated and the bromance found a way to win. They the bromance outworked them, they kicked the shit out of them. It was pretty substantial in my mind. Up next, here come the Outcasts, which means Ruby Soho trying to punch her ticket in the other tournament that's still going on. I will say, if I am being a little bit critical, I don't necessarily love the tag tournament and the Owen Hart running simultaneously. I kind of wish they would have separated that, do one then the other. But it's nothing make or break. I really honestly don't give a shit either way. But you kind of, to me, the only reason I say that is I want to highlight the Owen Cup, right? I really want the Owen tournament to stand out. I want it to be special and important. Right now, more people are interested, I would argue, in a lot of what happened with the tag tournament because of MJF and Adam Cole. I mean, granted, we're going to get Ricky Starks and CM Punk, and my prediction, guys, I'll be straight up, Ricky Starks is going to win the Owen Hart Classic. And here comes Sky Blue. All smiles. Now she's built up a little bit of a fan base, gaining popularity, and done really well. We all know MJF needs to defend his title at All In. So we all know at the end, MJF screws Cole next week. I don't know that, Rocco. I do think he needs something for All In. But I do have a theory. If Roddy's mad at the situation, we surmise that maybe Roddy turns on Cole. Maybe Roddy turns on MJF. What if Roddy turns on both of them? What if they set up a tag match for All In? Sky for the W. Sky for the W. Sky for the W. Now, guys, are we just basing our votes on prettiness? Like, it's a young, pretty girl, so we're going to give her all the votes? No, I agree. She's going to win. She's going to win. We expect DMD to get involved in this one, right? Let's be real. I'll see. Oh, Ruby. TJ taking Ruby. Ruby. Sky Blue for the win. Wow. Sky Blue kicking Tony Storm. Give FTR a long title run, please. Give him a good title run, not just a long one, Vance. I want a good title run. Like the one thing, FTR, earlier this year, their careers were, up in limbo. We didn't know what way they were going to go. We didn't know who was going to sign where. They kind of played with everybody thinking that we might leave, which I don't think they were ever planning to leave. Realistically, Tony was going to give them more money and less work to do. But they come back, they sign a 4-year contract, they get their belts back off the ass boys. Kind of expected, wasn't a great big deal. It wasn't a match to remember. It wasn't a match of the year candidate by any stretch. As Damage Control getting the yeet. Bye-bye. They are getting tossed. Soraya and Tony Storm on their way out as Sky Blue favors her leg. But yeah, I mean, they go into that. Then they were a bit involved in the Mark Briscoe, Jeff Jarrett shit. And now they're in the Bullet Club stuff. So the Bullet Club stuff is a step up. It's an improvement. So whatever comes next, keep it interesting. Make it matter. I don't care how long they have the belts. I want them to be relevant while they have the belts. I want those. Now, from what I've seen of their match last week, rave reviews for what they can do in that ring, what they did with Gin and Juice. But let's see what happens next week. But keep going. If you have top guys, legit top guys, use them smart, and just keep them in stuff that matters. We're going to pitcher and pitcher. What was that about? Excalibur? Sounds like someone tickled his taint. Excuse my language. We're going to pitcher and pitcher. Oh. Cole and MJF will beat Sammy and Danny. No, they didn't. Not today. Bryan booking. Like Daniel Bryan booking? Are you talking about him helping with Collision? I'm guessing here. Sky for the win. Brian Cage is nothing without Melissa Santos. Fair enough. Sky Blue for the win. Eddie Kingston versus Moxley at All In. Book it now, TK. Listen, Eddie needs a belt. I think it's going to be Eddie versus Claudio at Death Before Dishonor. Oh, wait, did we already announce what we're getting for that? I feel like I might be off now. Damn it. I wanted Eddie to go for a belt. I want Eddie to get a push. I want Eddie to get some love. I just think they're missing the boat with Eddie. And I really think if you want to confuse everybody, you could make Eddie the Mad King, make him as heelish as possible, and put some heels around him. Bring in LAX. Let him take over. Sky for the win. Sky for the win. I agree. And Ricky should win the Owen Hart tournament. Punk doesn't need it. Punk's still going to be over, as he'll be a staple on Collision. 100%. Put the young guy over. Give him a nice rub. Have a good match. And he'll win it. I think there'll be some shenanigans. I still think there's a potential that Ricky Starks says, you know what? I'm going to join the Bullet Club. That's highly possible here. In my humble opinion, I think Ricky Starks would be a nice addition. Now you got 5 guys in that faction. And yeah, I think Ricky Starks would do really well. But yeah, absolutely agree with you, Boston. Damn. Soho for the win. We are in pitcher and pitcher still, by the way. Soho is in control of Cora Blue. You saw what I did there. Ruby wins. Sky for the win. Wow, KJ, ain't this shocking? We get more storylines. Wow, I'm dreaming. Jacoby. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of stuff. And it's this stuff that's good. It's stuff that's got praise. Last week with the birthday cake got praise because it was good. It was good TV. And then you get them in the ring and it translates to good stuff. Now, was tonight's match anything to give a shit about? Not really. It was just filler to get to the point, but they look good. They're doing tandem offense. The crowd was into it. So, yeah, what more can you want? What more can you say? Nope. I pick SKT because I stand for Outcasts. Okay. All right. Brian booking, figure that out. Ruby wins, but I'd love to see Sky win. No, I think Sky's going to win this. I thought Sky, it felt like this was going to be Sky's tournament to have. Just the way the booking was setting up. Cheeky. All the Bullet Club members are doing great, and other companies. Yeah, people keep saying that, and I get it. Because the guys over there had a high level of talent. They were, they were exceptions. They were exceptional. So when they leave and go elsewhere, they're still really talented, right? You look at Finn, you look at AJ, you look at, the Good Brothers are MIA. I have no idea what happened to them again. But you go from place to place. You look at Jay White, you look at Juice. Again, some of their involvement in the Bullet Club were minimal. It wasn't that big of an impact. Sky going after Ruby, missing, getting chopped down, and still working that leg. So Outcasts are out. Yes, they are. My wild 3 last member for BCC, honest choices: Chris Hero, Evil Uno, or Santana. I think Chris Hero might be the guy. Chris Hero is very, very interesting. And Ruby is just dragging Blue over by the foot. Well, Ruby might win this. Okay. Do you think MJF turns on Cole, final order gets ahead of Cole and make him turn on Strong? Here, Aaron, like I said, I mean, I think there's three strong possibilities. It looks like they're going to play something with Roddy for sure. I still think Cole turning on MJF ends up being the better of the situation. I don't know why. I think they're chanting Ruby sucks, by the way. Well, welcome. That's no way to say hi. Ruby for the win. Welcome back, Curtis. Good to see ya. Bonkers is in the house in case I haven't said hello. How about Ricky Starks wins the tournament and puts the trophy up against Punk's red bag? Interesting, Victor. Interesting. That's what point does somebody challenge him? He said, you got to come up and challenge me for it. So let's, yeah, I mean, interesting for sure. Blue on, oh. She does go Canada. Wait, what? Wow. Wow, Ruby with a nice finish. And Ruby Soho. I take a 0 on that one. Ruby for the win. How do these sound for All In? CM Punk versus Adam Cole. I don't know. Keith Lee versus Samoa Joe. Fair enough. MJF versus Kenny Omega. I can't imagine we're not going to get Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay at All In. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but let's do it. Under that stage, 75,000 people. It seems crazy not to do that. Keith and Joe, you'd have to find a way to get there. And same with Punk and Adam Cole. Like once we'll see where we can get, how we get to that point. But I don't know. Might be a couple reaches there, Aaron. Now we're getting a little preview for Collision, or a recap of Collision. So I like that they're doing this. Mark Briscoe versus Claudio. That's what we're getting. Thank you, Alexis. Long overdue, by the way. Wanted them to give Mark a lot more love. Now, I don't know what happened behind the scenes. Maybe Mark said, let me have time here. But I really, really think that Claudio needs to get rid of the Ring of Honor title anyway. Mark Briscoe winning that title is going to be outstanding. It's going to be emotional. I feel like they should have capitalized earlier on it, but about time. 3-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-2, 2-2, 2-2. Yeah, and clean. Just took out Blue. AB's not happy about it. Sky Blue lost. Yeah, breaking hearts everywhere. Nice finish to the match, though. Nice finish to that match. Wait, let me see. Oh, 1 second, folks. I got more to say. All right, folks. Now, I'm back in commercial. Up next, Nick Wayne, Swerve Strickland. To me, this is a bit of a coin toss. Anybody and everybody should get a prediction in the chat right now. If you want to put an S for Swerve or an N for Nick, I will take it. That all being said, we are on a commercial break. And speaking of Nicks, big shout out to Big Nick, Luna Havoc, and CJ Brand doing their thing tonight. As I mentioned, we will be back tomorrow. You will get myself and Luna here for Impact Wrestling. It's going to be a fun one, the go-home show for Slammiversary. Then we got CJ Brand coming in to do a Fight Forever play-along. He'll continue to show you his journey into figuring out his game, his button smashing, as I like to call it. But and then we're coming back on Friday. We got the doubleheader. We got SmackDown. We got Rampage. We got the Tag Stream. Tag Stream Champions. Easier for me to say. But we got them coming back. That's myself and Big Nick. We will be here on Friday, and we will be here on Saturday. We're going to do Collision. We're going to do Slammiversary. We're going to do Battle of the Belts. We're going to do it all. We're not going to stop, folks. It's going to be a fun one, and we'll see where it all goes. But lots of wrestling coming your way. Remember, we are the channel for fans by fans. We are the alternative commentary to all of this crazy wrestling. Nobody covers as much live wrestling as we do. So make sure you like, subscribe, become a member. We got more perks coming your way. We're going to do some members only live streams coming up in the future. We got Wrasslin Court kicking off this month as well. We're working on getting that off the ground and getting everything all set up and organized. But we're basically going to put some of the hottest topics in the IWC on trial, and it's going to be fun. The people in the chat will get an opportunity to be witnesses and be called. Their opinions can be used in a court of law, and we will use them. We will give the final ruling on some of the hottest topics in wrestling, and what we rule here at the Wrasslin Court will be final. We also, starting next Tuesday, we got more interviews. We're going back to doing some interviews. I got a gentleman coming here this way. He, he's recently been seen on MLW and elsewhere. Looking forward to this really great interview. And then we got more lined up, more coming your way, more original content, more shorts, more reels, more social media. Go check it all out, folks. I'm almost out of breath even telling you guys what's going to happen. So thank you for being here on a Wednesday. Don't forget, tomorrow's Friday Junior. And we're not stopping anytime soon, folks. Right now, Swerve Strickland and Nick Wayne. And I appreciate the fact, and I think you guys should too, that they actually gave us a couple vignettes. They kind of told us, what the hell? Rap Class by Harley Cameron. What the fudge is this? Yes, I said fudge. KJ, you need to get a what button. Yeah, I do. For the absence of this gentleman right here, I got to get a what button. I only have this one right now, though.
Wrasslin for life.
What are we watching? I will say she's a half talented lady. I don't know who the hell she is. Is this the main event, Victor? No, I think the main event's going to be the announcement. I think Don Callis and the BCC, we're going to get a big old melee. You guys like brawls? Turn up. Yeah, I do. Victor, enough what? Alexis, it's a shtick. I know, Alexis. Trust me, Victor's okay to what away. There's not too many. Makes me feel like Nick's here. A band on the biter in WWE. No way. I don't see it, but I wish they would do something with her. I think there's. I'm a big fan of Abaddon, and I feel bad that we don't get to see her. Oh, that makes sense. Actually, that's very valid, Bash. And nobody answered my question. Like, I remember Darby and Swerve and that had a match and shit, but yeah, I don't understand. But yeah, actually, now that you say this, Nick Wayne gets the win with his help from his buddy Darby. Now, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Feel like it's a bit of writing backwards, but I'll be okay with that. I am the what button. Bianca and Charlotte might stop the cash in again. Okay, possible. Okay, just trying to take in the entrance music, and he's coming out with Darby. So if anyone was wondering if Darby was going to be involved, well, I mean, we're getting the big hug. Darby telling him he loves him. Nicholas Wayne, 18 years old, a prodigy, signed. It's like when you would hear sports teams going and signing 16-year-old kids so they wouldn't go to other teams when they went pro. Was that his mom? Larry, yeah, Abaddon would do better in Impact. I agree. TK was clueless what to do with her. WWE wouldn't know what to do with her either. Yeah, WWE would change her up, take off. Like, they would strip her down, as far as I'm concerned, or fuck it up, make it real cartoony. I think Impact would be a good place for Abaddon because they'll just let her go fucking nuts. She'd be running around there eating people, and so be it. That's how we do budget cuts around Impact. As Abaddon shows up. Nick Wayne, Swerve. Here we go. Here we go. Ruby wins. Yeah, she did. Nick, when you're not on, there you go. There you go. The disclaimer. That's his mom? Okay, okay. All right. Swerve gonna kill this kid. I don't know. We'll see, Aaron. Giving a little love tap to kick this one off. There you go. Now I watch Nick Wayne work. I mean, like I said, I've seen a lot of Nick Wayne. He's going to be able to hang with Swerve. As far as the wrestling, as far as the technician, as far as being a technician, he's got a lot of tools. Locking up. Nikki's mom got it going on. My bad. Oh, up. Oh, we came down off the hip. I don't think that was quite the way we wanted it. Stepping through. Good pace. Okay, okay. Good start, good start, good start. You have got to be kidding me. What? What? All right, Bobby, you got to be more specific. Harley Cameron, Nick Wayne wins. All right. Nick Wayne. She thinks she's West Coast. Harley Cameron, that's who we're talking about. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, I've seen worse. I mean, she can kind of sing. What the fuck are we? Why is it on the TV? That's what I want to know. Just get to the next match. Skip this QTV shit. Nobody cares about QT Marshall. Nobody. Not QT, not Aaron Solo, not fake fucking Chanel. Nothing. None of it. There you go. Good evening, dude. What's up, Brent? We haven't seen the BCC or the Elite 5 members yet for B&G. No. That's going to be the main event. I think Harley is with Quinn from WWE. Okay. Oh, okay. Like Quinn. Okay. Okay. It took me a second to see what you were saying there. Why allowed to wrestle a certain states because he's only 18? Yeah, for sure. Now, no, it's funny. We were talking about this recently as far as like a lot of the dates in Canada. And that's kind of how Jeff Hardy ended up on the bench. But they did announce that Jeff Hardy will be making his GCW debut. So that will be very interesting. Nick Wayne for the win. And Nick Wayne, your new AEW champion, right? To the moon. Here we go. This match is going to be a banger. I hope so. Right now, I got picture in picture again, folks. Abaddon could trio with the sandwich. Larry, you make my brain hurt. Swerve for the win. Swerve going to kill this kid. So Wayne is only 18, yes. Yes, he's a young gentleman. And yeah, there's certain places he might have trouble wrestling, but we'll figure it out. Harley is married to Zion Quinn. There you go. He was drafted, then disappeared. Yeah, he's around somewhere. A lot of people recently had started rumoring that maybe Zion Quinn gets brought in to the Bloodline storyline. I don't know if that's typecasting or not. What do you think about Jeff Hardy making it? I just said that, Damien. Great minds think alike, my friend. It's interesting. It really is. I will admit there's a little bit of apprehension, a little bit of concern in my heart for Jeff. I hope it goes well. I hope he does well. I hope he doesn't look clunky, sloppy. not himself in any way, shape, or form. I hope it works. I hope he does good. But I am a little concerned. And a huge neck breaker off the apron in picture, by the way. Swerve taking over. But yes, for Jeff, fingers crossed, man. Mega saying he pulls out the upset. Possible. So far, this match has told me that AEW should start a performance center and let Dean Malenko run it. Joe, you're not wrong. I've been beating this drum. We talked about, instead of fucking QT on TV doing this shit, get back to the Nightmare Factory, train some wrestlers. Let's go. They need some type of developmental funnel. And that's where you get to, when Tony Khan looks at all the names on his roster and goes, holy shit, there's so many people. What do I do with them all? Well, if you have a tiering system where you can figure it out and you can kind of work on who's rising, who's getting themselves over, who's making sense, that helps. When you're just throwing them random match, it's so hard to see what's happening. So, yeah, I mean, I wish, and I keep saying it, I'll keep saying it, that Ring of Honor should mimic the NXT model. It would do nothing but benefit Tony Khan to have some type of developmental program that makes sense. Stop just signing indie wrestlers. Well, they don't need training. They've done it. Everybody should go through your standards of practice. And you look at it. Guys like Bobby Roode went through developmental. Karrion Kross comes in. He didn't go to the main roster. He went through developmental. A lot of big names. Adam Cole went to developmental. You know, a lot of big names went there first. Tyler Black. No, we can keep going. There's plenty. Right? If a young KO or a young Sammy signed with AEW 10 years ago, they would have went straight onto the main roster and just started being used. Nunya. 5th member of the BCC is going to be Jericho and the Elite reunite the Golden Lovers. I think Jericho's going to join the Elite. I don't think Jericho's going to go heel. I think Jericho he's done the heel thing. I think he wants to go babyface. I do. I think they're going to go the other way with this. But Nunya, we will find out together. What do you think about Jeff Hardy making his GCW? Got that one. Nick Wayne needs to go to the gym and get bigger. He's so skinny. Yeah, he's like Dom Mysterio. But that's where oh, shit. Big backbreaker. Wayne down. 2 count. This is going to be the very interesting part about Nick Wayne is how does he develop? How does he mature? Does he bulk up? Does he get bigger? 5-6 years from now, does he look like Will Ospreay? Instead of, but he's 18, right? So that's the hard part. It's the same thing when we watch Dom Mysterio. And even now still, as he gets older and fills out a little bit, we kind of start to let it go. But there are very much times where like a young Dominic Mysterio face-to-face with, pick the person, Goldberg, fucking, Damian Priest, any of them. He looked like a kid trying to get mad at a grown-up. It doesn't work optically. But Darby's back on the ramp. I got this rogue motherfucker. Yeah, rub a balloon. What is happening? Anyway, back to the point. Even Roman Reigns went to NXT. Facts. So that's what I mean. And what it is not necessarily a matter of, fucking Drew McIntyre came back and went to NXT, right? It's not a matter. Oh, huge! Super Poison Rana. Into a cutter. The crowd goes crazy. Wait, what just happened? Foot on the rope. Mom's concerned. Well, I don't know what mom is, but all right. Crowd goes crazy. Whoo, that reverse Hurricane Rana looked dangerous. I love Jacob Fatu in the Bloodline. All hail the Samoan Werewolf. Nunya, you're not wrong. You're really not wrong. I've been praying for this. Somehow, whether he either joined Roman or came in and said, oh, you think you're the chief. Wow, crazy powerbomb. Crazy powerbomb on Wayne. And then kicked in the head. Last call. Oh, and he kicked out. The 18-year-old kid kicked out a Swerve's finisher. I don't love it. But hey, good for Nick. Good. He's got a lot of growth ahead of him. He does. That's where, again, you got to find, what are you going to do with him? He's not going to be world champion when he's 20, 21, I don't think. This is awesome chant from the crowd. Oh my God. Swerve snapping the arm. Nick pulls an upset win here. I don't know. That looked gruesome. I hate those moves. JAL. Oh, wow. JAL driver. It's over. Swerve dusted him. Where's Aaron? Aaron called the dusting. Yep, we got that one. So far, this match has told me the AEW got that one. Bronson Reed looks more Samoan than Quinn. Well, I mean, fucking Bronson's hanging around with Miz. I don't know why, but it's happening. I like that, though. That's what I said, like Quinn, Bronson. I mean, Miz Braun Breaker got no spray tan on. Like, but right now, Swerve and Mama having a convo. And Darby just watched. It was a non-factor in this. So we thought maybe Darby would get revenge or want revenge. Apparently not. Lance Archer versus Trent Barretta on Friday. Wow, Swerve won. Damn. Clean. Now we're getting a replay of Lance Archer on Rev Pro. This is something new. Showing him on Independence Day. Okay, with Alex Zane. All right. I'm a huge fan of Lance Archer, so bring him in. Let's go. Use him. Quinn is Australian. Yes, I know. That's where we laugh, right? Like Quinn kind of looks like he fits the mold. Bronson is funny. We're just like collecting them up now. So on Collision, Ruby versus Willow. 2 out of 3 falls. FTR, Jay White, Juice Robinson, and CM Punk versus Ricky Starks. It's going to be a good collision. Then we're getting Luchasaurus versus Sean Spears. A little surprised. Luchasaurus, easy win. Next week. Wait, that's the only match you're saying for Battle of the Belts? That really, they're only giving us one match for Battle of the Belts? They didn't. Did I miss the advertisement for other ones? Here comes Donald. I suck tonight. Oh, I give AEW credit. It kind of went in a way that we kind of, again, coin toss. I'm all for us not knowing what's going to happen. So 3-2, seeing threes, and we saw it at Money in the Bank. When you see a nice split record on predictions, the company's doing its job. How about Booker T and Goldust? Nice, Curtis. Very true. That was one of my faves, actually. Dawn's back, if you were wondering. Okay, match. Yeah, okay. It wasn't as oh my God, Nick Wayne's here as I thought it was going to be. Is Lance Archer getting repackaged? No, not what Jacoby. I can't say that he's going to get repackaged. Just maybe repurposed, as in having a purpose. It's. I appreciate the fact that we hadn't seen Lance in a while. You show this guy on screen dominating. It's not bad. Okay, Dawn is introducing the next member. It's going to be Jericho. He's going to announce Jericho, but Jericho ain't going to do it. 2-0. 3-2. Lance Archer versus Brody King, please. Wow. John Cena, Randy Orton, Batista all went. Yep, absolutely. Again, sorry, I got cut off earlier, and I'll try and make this quick because, we got music. Here comes Kenny. And by the way, this is your main event. We got about 6 minutes left on the clock. So we will see how this all plays out, folks. And once again, I will remind everyone as we head towards the end here, make sure you come back tomorrow. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you hit subscribe. Be a part of the Channel 4 fans, by fans, and the BCC are here. So we're not going to get an announcement. We're just going to get a surprise. So it's quiet. Takeshita is here. Pac! Wait, why wouldn't you announce it? Wait. Pac is back. Wait, that was not good, though. Pac is back. Pac is back. Pac sliding Kenny Omega into the ring. Pac is back. So Jon Moxley, Takeshita, and Pac are laying in. I wish they would have announced that. I wish they would have let Don Callis say. I feel like it was very a subdued pop. And I'm not criticizing, guys. I'm not criticizing. I'm happy to see Pac back, but I think they kind of miffed it here. But we got one more surprise coming our way. Gal is giving it to Kenny. All right. KJ, we just talked about Lance the other day. Remember Victor, true story. So the fact that they remind us he's a bit of a badass and he's coming back, I like it. Pac is here. You have no idea how long I've waited for this. Us too. Oh, okay. Boston, I like to see that. 8 minutes left. Okay, fair enough. Give me Pac Omega at All In. Not wrong. Ibushi. Yeah, I feel like Ibushi is the guy. That's the big pop. That's why we do a subdued pop for Pac. But they're going to the top. They're going to Pillmanize him. You know someone's fucking it up. Excuse my language. Love that he's back, though. Exactly. I just feel like the crowd didn't really react to it. They were like, oh, wait, Kenny's getting jumped. Wait, is that Pac? Holy shit, Pac. That's all. All right, this is lights out. Lights out. He's coming. It's Ibushi. It's Ibushi, guys. Yeah, it's Ibushi. Promos in the show. There he is. He's coming. Kota Ibushi will be joining the Elite. We'll be reuniting. So, oh, the Elite are here. The Elite are here. Okay. I was going to say, Ibushi's not here. We're just getting a video to save Kenny. There you go. Double lariat. Crowd pops. All right. That's good. I'm okay with this. This is good. But Kota Ibushi, folks, will be joining the Elite at Blood and Guts. The Golden Lovers will be reuniting. It's tough when you're trying to build the angle for the big match next week and half the team isn't there. So, in quick order, Pac has returned to join the BCC and Kota Ibushi joining the Elite for Blood and Guts, which is going to be Carnage next week. Hold on tight. We had exploding shoes last time these bunch met and got into it. So, guys, I said we were coming in tonight with a positive vibe. I'm leaving here tonight with a positive vibe. Some flat stuff. The first hour wasn't my favorite, but we got some fun stuff here tonight. Okay. He's so breathy. Horrible way to bring Pac back. Crowds confused. Yeah. Like I said, I'm thrilled that he's back. I just feel like they could have done, like Don Callis could have said, like Kenny could have given Don shit, and this man has something to say about it. Pac comes out, Then Kenny gets jumped. You get the crowd reaction. Then we go into the rest of it, especially with Ibushi not being there. And good night. There you go, folks. Kenny says good night to y'all. That is Dynamite tonight. No way yeah, no, I don't think so, Justin. I think the BCC are in shit. Yuta, Claudio, Moxley, Takashka, and Pac versus the Bucks, Kenny, Adam Page, and Ibushi. That's how it lines up. That's how it looks for Blood and Guts next week. And Pac's got his hammer, by the way. If anyone was wondering, Pac did find his hammer. I'll sell tickets. Yeah, I'd say. I'm a huge fan of Kota. Ibushi is Ibushi. It's hard to argue. Ibushi debuting in Boston. There you go, Boston. Kota! All right, folks, that's the end of the show. If you're watching right now, I need a rating out of 10. I got to know how you feel about it. I mean, I got around 40 people still hanging out. So get into the chat. What do you got? What do you got? Were the bells and whistles of tonight's show enough to make you look past some of the blemishes? Kota Ibushi did not make the save. A video of Kota Ibushi made the save. So fair enough. 7 out of 10. 7.5 from Victor. 7 from Aaron. 8 from Steve. 6.5 from Justin. 10 out of 10. Dynamite, MJF and Cole, wonderful as ever. Ooh, bold. That's a dude. Bold. Better than Raw, absolutely. I will give you that, Steve G. Better than Raw. I really enjoyed NXT last night, guys. And I'm not being stupid here. 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 7 belts out of AEW's 10. I like it. My real rating for the show, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. That's better, Boston. 5 out of 10 from Mike. Golden Lovers have returned. Yeah. I kind of avoided calling them that, but fair enough. Yes, the Golden Lovers are back. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people figured sooner than later Ibushi was going to be involved. To be honest, the biggest surprise out of everything was Pac. Right? It wasn't Eddie Kingston. It wasn't it wasn't Jericho. It wasn't anyone. Like this whole Callis Jericho thing, I think now, does Jericho kind of make his decision at Blood and Guts? Like he shows up. Jericho gets involved that way, gets roped into it. 6.5, 8, 6. All right. So some people weren't sold by the big booms at the end. Okay. Yeah, no, I figured that would, definitely. And we've talked about Ibushi a lot, Victor. And that's why it's been rumored quite a while. And again, if they could sign him for a year, 2, and have him consistently on the show, why not? Why not? Why wouldn't you? Right? But it all depends if Ibushi wants that and if he's available to do that. So what was the point of all this crap with Jericho? Yeah, see, Bash? Now, they will tell you that it's storytelling. It's unsaid. We don't know. And that's what I think we might get is, and I still don't love the idea. I want Jericho to stay the fuck away from stuff. But potentially could Jericho come out and help one of the teams to make, that's how he makes his choice. He, screws Don Callis and becomes a babyface, or he screws the Young Bucks and remains a heel. We'll see what horse that Jericho wants to strap himself to and ride out. Pause. Was it Nieto or Nito or whatever? But I like the insert of generic New Japan. Fair enough. I love how they turned the BCC heel because they were way more over than the Elite. Yeah, it's kind of how it worked. It's been a funny rivalry from that standpoint where, keep in mind, there is a contingent of AEW fans that do not like the Bucks. Don't kid yourselves, guys. There is the Punk camp out there that love AEW but hate the Bucks and the Elite. So it's been a mixed bag, right? Like some people love them, some people hate them. BCC, some people love them, some people hate them. 10 out of 10 for the chat, as always. Absolutely. Blood and Guts should be good. Aaron, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be carnage. And I'll admit, I enjoyed tonight's show. I thought a lot of the stuff, like as far as the matches go, there wasn't a whole lot to give a shit about. Somebody remind me of a match that was half decent here tonight. Swerve Nick Wayne, I thought was a little underwhelming. Jericho Commander was clunky. Terrible way to start the show. We thought it was a bad idea for Jericho to main event. It might not be a great idea for him to open the show either. Jericho screws the Elite. Possible, highly possible. 9 out of 10 from John. Would have been better if they had a physical reveal of Ibushi. Yeah, feels a little cheap, but maybe because they're in Canada, if he's getting, is Blood and Guts in Canada too? Is it in Saskatoon? All right, so maybe he's busy. He can't make it. I don't know what to tell you. It would have been better to get a physical, oh my God, Ibushi's here, opposed to just a video. But yeah, gotta do what you gotta do. 9 out of 10. NXT is the best show so far this week. Woo, I don't know. I honestly can't say that off the top of my head, and people are going to think I'm crazy, guys. NXT was outstanding yesterday. Really good matches. Better stories here, though. It's close. It's close. See ya Friday. Come on, I'm back now. Golden Shot. No, I shouldn't have clicked on that. I hope Yakuza doesn't come after AEW. Dynamite 7, Wrestling for Life 10. Thank you, Nunya. Thank you. Super appreciate it. Like a video stopped Pac from breaking a neck. Yeah, I mean, the lights come back on. The Bucks are there to save his life. So, yes, little flaws, little issues. We even talked about it earlier in the night with like the Jungle Boy thing. You could have made the Jungle Boy thing this much better. And that, to me, again, people are going to say you're just being picky. Enjoy the wrestling. I enjoyed the wrestling. It's just little things to make the show that much cleaner, that much, more presentable, more sensible to the viewing audience. If you keep doing stuff like MJF and Adam Cole, you'll keep getting people coming back. Blood and Guts in Boston, KJ, that's a true story. A very true story. About time for Coda is All Elite. Well, we'll find out how All Elite he is. Is it a one-off, two-off? Is it a while? We will find out. I think Soho Sky Blue was okay. Again, nothing to really, we weren't jumping up and down for it. Not bad. Surprise ending. Decent. What was the tag match we got? MJF Adam Cole. The match was okay, but it told a better story. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm gonna give this a 7. A 7 tonight. 7 out of 10. It could have been better. I think the Pac reveal could have been better. Because realistically, people really speculated about Coda. I didn't see one person today, yesterday, last week say, what if Pac is coming to help BCC? I don't recall seeing that anywhere. So I think they could have highlighted Pac being back better, but Pac's back, Ibushi's back, Blood and Guts is going to be chaos. I think Jericho's going to be involved. You see Jericho, he, pushing Sammy away, pushing Danny away, pushing Jake away. That to me is all babyface maneuvering. I don't think Jericho's pushing away his babyface faction or his heel faction to go to another heel faction. I think if I was to put money down, Jericho goes against Callis. Blood and Guts on my birthday. Just spectacular. TJ. That is awesome, my guy. We will be here live for Blood and Guts. Jericho will cost BCC or the Elite. Absolutely. He's kind of wiggled his way into the scenario. So they left that cliffhanger. I'll give them credit. They're trying to tell a story. I'll give them some points for that. I'm very excited for tomorrow's Impact show. Damien, I'm excited to be here live with everybody again tomorrow. Talk about Impact, the go-home show for Slammiversary. We'll see what it brings. I will admit sometimes the Impact go-home shows aren't the best. However, gives us lots of time to talk about all the other wrestling going on. But it will be a fun show. We also got CJ tomorrow night. We got the doubleheader Friday. We got the tripleheader Saturday. Guys, we got Wrestling Court. We got members only Luna's Lounge. We got a whole bunch of shit coming your way. So tired of Callis. Marcus, you know what? He's serving his purpose, right? And the one thing about Callis, I'm tired of him too, from the standpoint of like, I hate this guy. I wish somebody would beat him up. And that's good for business. And BCC, the one I used to like. There you go. There you go. Yeah, listen, there's been mixed reviews about this Elite BCC thing, but it's this has been okay. Been okay. I'm not foo-fooing it. It was a little long in the tooth, but we'll see. Hopefully, blood and guts should be the end of the whole thing. Over. Done. Say goodbye. Move on to better things. Now, there is another caveat that might get pulled into the blood and guts story, is the Dark Order, which I don't want it to, but it's out there. Why would Jericho help out the Elite? Is stupid. He wants to be a babyface, the man of constant changing, the man that can evolve better than any wrestler in the history of wrestlers. That's what I think Jericho will be like. I can do this. I can be a babyface now. Let's go. And I just don't think, to me, it makes less sense for him to leave a heel faction to join a heel faction. Maybe I'm crazy. Chris Hero, people, speculated for BCC. Yes, Chris Hero was speculated. Again, that speculation came from him being backstage at an AEW show, which we know that doesn't mean shit. Half the crowd was like, Ibushi who? Half the crowd was like, who's that? When Pac came out. I was really shocked at, people were just, even me, like, wait. Is that who I think it is? So it tempered the reaction. But these are heels you're talking about. All right, now I got to correct myself. Yeah, they're supposed to be heels. Are we talking about the BCC? Marcus, help me out. What did I miss? Slammiversary is the mania of TNA. Yes, we were having that debate. Somebody said maybe not, but I've always believed Slammiversary to be the WrestleMania of Impact Wrestling. So I'm really looking forward to Saturday. I really am. Like Omega, not just with the old Bucks. Victor, I've said this time and time again because I've been so critical of the Elite at times. Kenny, away from them, listen, I give Kenny all the marks in the world. Delivers in the ring. And, people shit on him for having like this breathy fucking. It is what it is. I mean, he delivers. I'm okay with Kenny. I like him better when he's not fucking around playing kid games with the Bucks. The Rock invites. Well, I'm not. I'm too late. I'm heading home. Honestly, I like both Omega and the Bucks. Yeah. I mean, I'd rather have Omega. I struggle with the Bucks. I think I used to like the Bucks a lot more than before AEW. I think AEW and the environment and the fan base kind of soured me on the Bucks. In addition to, I feel like the Bucks haven't earned their keep. The Bucks haven't done enough to be like, yeah, they're one of the best tag teams ever. That's my issue with the Bucks, is being told they're amazing, that I should cheer for them, that they're one of the best of all time. And I don't like the politics. The fact that they wouldn't take on FTR and drop the belts to FTR, the fact that they dodged a bunch of shit, the whole Punk thing was a mess, and they kind of tried to dodge all responsibility. Both parties were at fault, and it just created more of a wedge in the fan base. The fan base needs to come together and really enjoy what the company's trying to do right now. People should not be celebrating bad ratings for Collision. People shouldn't be celebrating the downfall of the Bucks. The AEW fan base should be celebrating all the good wrestling that Tony's trying to give them. Pac fits, especially the past storyline. Absolutely, I'll take it. Just kind of weirdly rolled out. I'm looking forward to seeing Punk versus Ricky Starks. Absolutely. Folks, you're never going to let me go home. Everyone in July, baby, except me. I was born in WrestleMania month. That's true. But now we're getting all these, the July cancers. We're getting them out of the way. Happy birthday, Damien, again. I'm on a different side of that calendar. When the calendar flips Leo, I kick in. At least the BCC actually got a guy from England this time. There you go. We're getting closer to Blackpool. Someone tell the Superkick brothers the buck stops here. I think they're going to win. Maybe. I don't know. I think they're going to win, especially with Ibushi involved. I love the addition of Pac to the BCC. I do. Evil. likes to cheat, loves to use a hammer. He fits. Past history with Kenny. Kenny broke his nose. It fits. Are you looking for Impact Wrestling or Ring of Honor Wrestling tomorrow night? Azine, we're going to kick off at 8 o'clock as always. I will talk a little bit of Ring of Honor as we start up the show. Luna Havoc will be joining at 8:30 or 8:25 or 8:20, and we will get into Impact. We will talk all the fun going on, including the fact that Luna's tweet was on the bump. Luna was also blocked by Jim Cornette. Luna's had quite the week, so we will be here for that. Go check out Luna's latest episode of the Luna's Lounge. And like I said, we are bringing back, we're not bringing back, we are going to introduce coming soon, very much some live Luna Lounges, not pre-records. But yeah, go check out her 5-minute rant about Jon Moxley. And as much as me and her might not see eye to eye on it, that's why we're the network that we are. I like Kenny, not the Bucks. Got it. Same bat time. Thank you. I'll get back to that one in a second. All right, folks. Last couple. If you have Coda, you sell them. No incentive to wait until the show for the sake of a surprise. No, you sell them now. I agree with you, Aaron. You could probably actually sold it last week as well. But yeah, you sell it a week. You sell it a week in advance to build the hype. People are going to tune in to see. Oh wait, who? Yeah, no, there are people out there that are going to specifically tune in at the news that Coda's there. For sure. A surprise next week that wouldn't have worked. Hey, cool, KJ, my birthday is next Friday, last day of Cancer. There you go, right on the doorstep, buddy. I'm the first day of Leo, last day of Cancer. High five. Oh, see, you got it 21st. All right, so that's interesting. What came first, the disease or the... Pac might be gonna get into All In, Blood and Guts, from what I remember reading, like to do some tapings and bunches. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in Pac's. That's been the downfall of Pac as far as AEW goes. Can't wait for Blood and Guts. Can't wait. Ishimura should be not today. Raw, good to see you. Ain't he from New Japan? Yes, he is. And as Victor said, where is it? There you go. All right, folks, that is our stream tonight. Make sure you click all the links below, click all the buttons, be a friend, tell a friend. If you're anywhere that you talk about wrestling coverage content, if you give us a tweet, tag us in something, be a friend, tell a friend, help us grow this mini empire that's off and running. We thank you for joining us here on Wednesday. I hope everyone has a wonderful night. We are back tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. Tune in for Impact with me and Havoc, and Friday with me and Nick. It's going to be a fun one, and we got some Fight Forever coming your way as well. See you on the flip side, folks. Good night.